Hello everyone, and welcome back to Granblue Fantasy Versus Granblue Fantasy Versus, the series where we compare the cast of the Granblue Fantasy fighting game to their counterparts in the original. In today's video, we're checking out Katalina. Katalina is a cool lady knight who protects Lyria and Gran while they're on the run from the Empire. In Versus, she's kind of like Gran, as she's a very balanced character that can do a little bit of everything. But while Gran is a little more suited to playing aggressively, Katalina is the queen of the neutral game. She's great at defending and countering until you can finally work your opponent to the corner. Her strong and reliable moves make her pretty high up there in the tier lists, and many people have put her in the discussion for the strongest character in the game. In the original Granblue Fantasy, Katalina has 4 versions. First is her original Water SR, which is the first character you get in the game. Then you have her Summer version, which is also a Water SR. Then you have her Grand SSR version, and finally a Rare Dark SSR version, which I unfortunately don't have to show you. You can only get her from buying a certain volume of the anime, but don't worry about that. That version's not very good. Katalina's Versus model is based on her original SR version. This is the version where she teams up with Ares, who you see helping out in her Super Skybound art. Katalina is considered a balanced type with skills that heal, protect against debuffs, and increase defense. As far as SR characters go, she's one of the best, and will carry you through a good portion of the story. But like all SR characters, she becomes obsolete when you get more powerful SSR teams. Katalina's strongest version is her Grand SSR version. You unlock this version when obtaining the sword Murglis, which you'll also find in Versus as a weapon skin. She looks basically the same, except a little more skin showing, and her moveset is similar to her SR version, but better. The biggest advantage with Grand Katalina is her ability to constantly triple attack with her Enchanted Lands skill, but more on that skill in a minute. Grand Katalina is a very strong, well-rounded character that will fill an empty spot in any party, but she does eventually get outclassed in the strongest water teams, who right now are trying to min-max either their charge attack damage or critical damage. Now let's take a look at her special abilities. Katalina's skill 1 is Frozen Blade, which is a pretty straightforward fireball. It will vary in speed and strength depending on what button you use. In the original game, she actually does not have any abilities named Frozen Blade. So why are we looking at this bald guy? Well, a character named Dante does have a buff named Frozen Blade, but other than that, I could not find any references to it. I'm sure this is pure coincidence, but just want to cover all our bases. Skill 2 is called Emerald Sword, which is Katalina's Dragon Punch. Again, it will increase in strength and duration based on which button you use. And again, it's not actually an ability that Katalina has in the original game. There is a weapon named Saphira Emerald Sword that might be where they got the name, but I also think this is just coincidence. Skill 3 is called Enchanted Lands, a dash attack that can help Katalina close ground on her opponent, as well as act as an easy combo finisher. In the original game, like we mentioned, Enchanted Lands grants a powerful guaranteed triple attack buff with a strong finishing hit that looks similar to the dash attack in Versus. Katalina's unique action is called Light Wall, which should be familiar if you remember the focus attacks from Street Fighter IV. It's a charge attack that can absorb some damage and crumple at full strength. In the original game, Light Wall provides a 40% damage cut for one turn to your entire party, great for minimizing damage from enemy special attacks. Katalina's Skybound art is Blades of Frost. In this move, she does a 3-hit combo, and if close enough, it will go into a big cinematic finisher. Blades of Frost is actually the original charge attack that Katalina uses before teaming up with Ares, and Grand Katalina still uses it, albeit a more powerful version. Finally, Katalina's Super Skybound art is Realm of Ice. In this move, she does a multi-hit Dragon Punch, and if all hits land, it will go into an extremely high damage finisher. In the original game, this is Katalina's upgraded charge attack after teaming up with Ares. This attack currently is only available to her original SR version. So having looked at all the best Katalina has to offer, which version is better? In Versus, Katalina has been in the discussion for the strongest character in the game, which may have dropped off some as players learn other characters. But point is, she's in that discussion. In the original game, Katalina is a solid mid to upper tier character, but will never make it in that best character debate. So for that reason, I'm giving the edge to Granblue Fantasy Versus. That's it for this video. You know the drill. Please subscribe if you like this series, and keep an eye on theglorioblog.com for other anime and anime-adjacent content. Next video will be looking at Charlotta, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see everybody next time.